Hi, I'm Dr. Leah Jackman-Wheitner with Stress Management from the Inside Out. So, first thing we want to talk about is, let me just let you know, anything that I ask you to do that's very, very specific, it always has a philosophical, conceptual underpinning. So, for instance, if I say, go take a walk, it's not, oh, walking decreases your stress. It's, I want you to take a walk because taking a walk gets you back in touch with the fact that there's a world around you. There are interesting things to pay attention to outside of your own mind. So everything that I ask you to do will have a why behind it, because it's not what we do, but it's why we do it. You can do the same thing with two different thoughts behind it and have a very different result. I could say to you, look at the sunset. And if you look at the sunset and just like, okay, well, that's a nice sunset, that's one thing. But if you say, okay, I'm going to take a moment to stop and enjoy the sunset, that is a really cool sunset. It changes your physiology, it changes your emotion, and how you're feeling, changes all kinds of things. So it's simple things, but when they're done with a specific intention behind them, they lead to a different result. Okay? So everything that I ask you to do will have a conceptual basis to it. So things may look simple on the surface, but there's always an interesting, complicated thought process behind it. So I say that because I can't stand going to stress management programs and people say, just get enough sleep and eat right and decrease your stress and take a walk, get some exercise. I'm like, okay, really, that's like not nearly enough, and it doesn't tell me anything, because as established, I live up in my head. So if you live up in your head, you have to understand the why behind it. So everything's going to have a why. Okay, so first step today, what I want you to do is breathe. I want you to take a moment right now and breathe. When you start to feel anxious, if you make the exhale longer than the inhale, it decreases your heart rate, it lowers your blood pressure, and it starts to mellow you out. So anytime you start to feel anxious, take a deep breath in, fill your lungs, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, and then slowly exhale. The slow exhale is where you get the decreased heart rate and lowered blood pressure. So today, 2 or 3 times today, just do one simple thing, and that is stop and breathe. And you may want to write that on your calendar now, because otherwise people tend to forget. So write down on your calendar, breathe, or just put a little note, put a star, put a B, something that's going to trigger your mind that says, Leah says I should breathe now. I'm going to be in your head by the end of this 30 days with little reminders about what you can do to decrease stress and feel better in your life.